I can safely say that Wilderness saved my life. I was on a train going absolutely nowhere with my life. I had spent the past 5-6 years of my life totally stagnant, literally high all the time. Whenever I wasn't working or when I wasn't in school, I was high, and that's what I lived to do. Here I was falling so far behind, and I was just so depressed. So I went to an educational consultant thinking that she was going to help me get a job, help me sort of launch my career. And then she's like, whoa, we need to take like 3 steps back. You're not ready for anything like that. I recommend you going to Wilderness, and soon, like next week. So I decided to go off to Wilderness, a week later. And it was hands down the best decision that I've ever made. So I really had no Wilderness experience whatsoever. And getting there my first day, there's, cactus here, cactus there. I'm out in the middle of the desert, like, oh my God, what am I doing here? And I was so uncomfortable that night, but I do remember very distinctly just being like awestruck by the night sky. I'd never seen so many stars like that in my life, and it was really incredible. The first 3 days were definitely rough. I, was definitely pretty physically strenuous, and I hadn't, done that kind of physical activity in a long time. It was definitely a bit of a struggle, but then after, 4 or 5 days, I really started getting into it. And after that first week, I just felt so rejuvenated. I literally feel like I had been shocked back to life. I was loving every second of it, being outside, cooking for ourselves over an open fire, and just being disconnected from everything, and really having that opportunity to reflect on myself and really look inwards and be truly introspective and be really honest with myself and be surrounded by a group of people that really could understand me. I have never met one person who's had to go to rehab or had any of the kind of struggles that I was dealing with, and so I just felt so alone. So getting there and getting around this great group of guys who could really understand and relate to what I was going through, and these are some of the greatest people that I've ever met, and it was really a great experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I had an amazing time out in Wilderness, and I discovered some new hobbies that I never would have discovered had I not gone to Wilderness. I can point to a bunch of different things. I love going rock climbing, I love carving spoons, I love woodworking, I love reading. Here are all of these things that I had either never had in the first place or lost because I had prioritized getting high. I thank Wilderness for everything that I have now, really. I definitely wouldn't be the same person that I am without it. And I can actually talk about it with pride. If anyone, when I inevitably go back home and people ask where I was, what I've been doing, I'll say that I went to Wilderness therapy with pride because it's something that totally turned me around, and it's something that I desperately needed.